Yesterday, the PWHL announced that their Player Safety Department was handing out the first suspension in league history to Boston's Taylor Winchowski, who made this hit on Wednesday's game against Ottawa. This is definitely the right call. The hit is straight to the head. That's a textbook suspension any day of the week, any league in the world. She'll be suspended for one game, which I believe she may have already served because Boston played on the same day they announced the suspension, and she wasn't in the lineup. Overall, I actually think this is really good to see. The thing that everyone, myself included, keeps coming back to talk about is just how physical the league has been so far. And if you're going to run a physical league, you're going to need to make sure that you have a player safety department in place. The only area of concern I have is that it took them 3 days after the game to actually announce the suspension, which seems like a bit of a long time. Granted, PWHL teams typically have a longer break between games than the NHL schedule, so it isn't quite as big a deal, but I don't think it should have taken 3 days to realize this play needed a suspension. And just before I end this video here, I actually want to share the comments made by the PWHL Player Safety Committee because I think there's a lot of promising stuff in there. They put out a statement that said, quote, "Player safety is a top priority of the PWHL. We all recognize that our game is played at a fast pace and there's a high level of physicality. Overall, this style of play will continue to be encouraged in a safe way within the rules of the game. Our Player Safety Committee, in regular consultation with the PWHL PA, is dedicated to ensuring that there is a consistent enforcement of the rules and constant vigilance to deliver supplemental discipline when warranted." Now, the first neat thing is that they are committed to keeping the high level of physicality, which is good. As I've previously mentioned, the fans love it, the players love it, so why not just let them play? The other part that I want to call out is their specific mention of wanting to keep a consistent enforcement of the rules. Basically, the biggest complaint that people have about the NHL player safety is that it is wildly inconsistent. So I wonder if that was said specifically to try and assuage some concerns of the fans about the level of consistency. Hard to say until we have another suspension to compare it with, really, but what do you think of the hit and the suspension? Let me know down below.